Hello, and welcome to this edition of Saddleback College's South Coast Focus, the magazine show that focuses on the people and places of Orange County. I'm your host, Jason Roberts. We have a very old-fashioned show for you today. We'll discover a local barbershop quartet called WYSIWYG. Then, Molly Barrett O'Callahan will play us her rendition of the flamenco song Alegrias on acoustic guitar. Finally, we'll take you on a scenic tour of Old Town Tustin, located in beautiful downtown Tustin. We'll start off our show by looking at a local barbershop quartet called WYSIWYG. The group formed up 5 years ago out of their love for chorus and have been together ever since. The quartet has performed at the Balboa Bay Club as well as the San Juan tree lighting ceremony, and they're members of the Men's Choral Association, South County Sound. Many people have heard them and loved them, and they have this special Valentine greeting. And I personally love it. I feel like you will love it. Let's take a look.
When most think barbershop, there's striped poles, razors, twirled mustaches, and sometimes harmony. We're not talking modern rock. The concept of an a cappella group in bow ties is a little outdated. But it's fun, it's classic, and it's unexpected. We can find all three in the quartet that is WYSIWYG.
My name is John Skipper, and I am the tenor.
My name is John McCallum, and I sing bass.
My name is John Dillon. I sing the most important part in our quartet. I sing the baritone.
My name is Randy Watson, and I sing the lead for WYSIWYG Quartet, which, by the way, stands for What You See Is What You Get.
This is South Orange County's own barbershop quartet.
Four of us belong to a men's barbershop chorus of about 40 men, and so the four of us got together and we thought we could see how it sounded together.
These three other guys were desperate to find a decent baritone, so they approached me one day and asked if I'd like to sing with them.
In spite of our baritone, we actually thought we sounded pretty good, so we formed the quartet.
Barbershop came out of the early 1900s in African-American barbershops where the waiting customers would join in harmonies. It was adopted by communities as a respectable craft and even made its way onto the big screen. All of the gentlemen have outside lives. For example, the tenor, Mr. Skipper, is your friendly neighborhood mailman, making time on Tuesday nights to help form WYSIWYG. This is their hobby, but they are dedicated to the project. They have been competing with technology-based party tricks for 5 years now. It's that spirit of unabashed fun and craft that has them singing on. WYSIWYG doesn't really need to plug in, and they promise they're up for most anything.
We do paid gigs, we do charity gigs. We go around on St. Patrick's Day or whenever day and just sing out because we like singing.
And it depends on what our clients want, what we do.
Unlike most artists in the iTunes Top 50, they don't need auto-tune. With only the blow of a pitch pipe, they can achieve perfect harmony. They specialize in a delivery known as the Singing Valentine. Obviously peaking in popularity during February, but still something special to receive all year round. They memorize an intimidating number of songs for the delivery, and you never know what you'll get. They're often ordered by the better half of a couple for an unsuspecting husband or wife. They've been sent to workplaces, restaurants, and homes. Often they present a rose and a card along with a song to their surprised loved one.
Well, if somebody's having a hard time finding just the perfect gift for that special someone at Valentine, they can reach out to us, and for a small fee, we'll surprise that person where they work, at their home, whatever.
While they may not be conventional, the WYSIWYG Barbershop Quartet is not something to miss out on. They're Orange County's one-of-a-kind underground band. WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get.
It's really good entertainment. It's a lot of fun. We make people happy when they sing their song.
That was Orange County's own WYSIWYG, spelled W-Y-S-I-W-Y-G. If you want more of the quartet, be sure to check them out at their Facebook page, www.facebook.com/WYSIWYG 4-part harmony. You can also email them at randdogwatson@yahoo.com or call 714 412-1508. Think about including them in your next holiday or other special occasion. It's not every day that you can call a fully furnished band to your doorstep. We now transition from barbershop over to a different type of music, flamenco. Molly Barrett O'Callahan is a Saddleback film student who just recently got back into playing flamenco. Flamenco is a traditional form of folk music from southern Spain. It extends to guitar, dance, and song, often performed together. This is an art often associated with the Romani, also known as the Gypsies. Now, altogether, she has a song called Alegrias, and this is her own rendition. I hope you enjoy. Here it is. That was amateur performer Molly Barrett O'Callahan with her interpretation of Alegrias. The guitar used was specifically for flamenco in Spanish style. While similar to a classical guitar, the tops of flamenco guitars are thinner and there is less internal bracing, resulting in less sustain than classical guitars. Since flamenco is a style that is played very quickly, using a classical guitar in place of a flamenco guitar might make the notes sound muddied and mixed together. The construction of the guitar, as well as the quick style of playing, have led to many to call the genre percussive. Molly recommends checking out the works of Juan Serrano to get more of his percussive style of music. We're now going to shift gears away from music and take a look at a part of Orange County that many people might not know about, Old Town Tustin. They have many restaurants and other places to see, and I highly recommend going and visiting with either your family or friends. Well, here it is. I hope you enjoy.
Soon to be celebrating its 25th anniversary, the Tustin Historic District, also known as Old Town Tustin, connects local residents to the very beginnings of their city's history. Located 5 minutes off the Newport Avenue exit, Old Town Tustin, while only a mile and a half long, displays over 12 decades of Tustin history. Tustin was first established when Columbus Tustin, a carriage maker from Northern California, bought 1,300 acres of land from a Spanish land grant for only $1.50 per acre. He began selling plots to homesteaders and farmers, encouraging settlers to stay. Today, through community outreach and public support, the Tustin Preservation Conservancy fights to protect the buildings that make Tustin a unique glimpse into the past of Orange County.
The Conservancy also has grants through the Tustin Public Schools Foundation, so the teachers can rent buses, the school buses, and bring the kids here, and they do a tour. They go to the little museum that's on Main Street and tour all this and learn about the historic district.
Many of the original homes, like the Stevens House, Vance House, and Hughes House, were built from redwood trees taken and shipped by mule train from Northern California. Some of the original buildings include a grocery store, a Presbyterian church, and a schoolhouse, whose bell stands outside the school today. A blacksmith shop, originally built in 1912, is one of only 2 blacksmiths in Orange County. Additional buildings and homes were built in the 1920s during Tustin's second boom, and many are still standing today. While some of the businesses have changed over the years, the buildings themselves have changed very little.
We have the Tustin Garage, which was actually a working garage up until about 10 years ago, and it's been converted to a restaurant. The interior was changed and kitchen added and all of that, and was changed to Beach Pit Barbecue. There's a building on Main Street in the corner of El Camino and Main Street that was a hardware store for many, many years, and it is now a resale shop. The 2 corners on El Camino and Main, one was a food market and one was a drugstore, and they're now retail, various retail stores.
The restaurant Rudabigor's, where locals can stop by to get a nice super sandwich, was once the first general store. Even the Tustin Area Historical Society's museum was once the meeting place for the Knights of Pythias, a group of local residents who organized all the major town events through the 1900s. Today, visitors are encouraged to grab a map and follow the Take Main Street to Tustin History sidewalk tour. Plentiful restaurants provide a nice break to sit down and enjoy a meal, surrounded by the architecture of past establishments. Taking a walk down Main Street reveals to visitors the history of Tustin, decade by decade, as the city transformed into what it is now.
Old Town Tustin is a great place to take a day trip. If you stop at Rudabigor's, one of the restaurants we featured, I personally recommend the tuna sandwich. It was amazing. If you want to visit the Tustin Area Museum and find out more about Old Town Tustin, visit www.tustinhistory.com. If you want to know more about the Tustin Preservation Conservancy's efforts to preserve Downtown Tustin, visit www.preservetustin.org. Well, that concludes this edition of South Coast Focus. Thanks to WYSIWYG for giving us a look at their barbershop music, Saddleback student Molly Barrow O'Callahan for playing her flamenco excerpt Alegrias, and the Tustin Historical Society and the Tustin Preservation Conservancy for helping out with this segment. And a special thanks to those of you who tuned in. We all hope you enjoy our suggestions. I'm Jason Roberts, and many of us are very excited for you, and thank you. I hope you enjoy Old Town Tustin and WYSIWYG. Go check them out. They're amazing.
Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of South Coast Focus, brought to you from Saddleback College located in the luxurious Mission Viejo, California. I'm your host, Joshua King. Today we have the pleasure to bring you a very diverse show that will warm your heart and inspire you. First, we are going to take a look at the Saddleback Church Food Pantry in Lake Forest. Then we're going to listen to an alternative rock instrumental performance by a local Saddleback College student. And finally, we will learn about a professional wrestling academy that molds dreamers into wrestlers. Stay tuned and watch. Let's begin with the Saddleback Church Food Pantry, where people who are financially struggling come together and collect food. So let's pay close attention as we introduce you to the helpful people at the Saddleback Church Food Pantry.
Orange County ranks among the top 10 in a list of most expensive places to live in the United States. With housing costs 3 times that of the national average, it is no doubt that Orange County is a nice and luxurious place to live. In an area of such affluence and prestige, where one sees fancy boats, luxury homes, and flashy cars, who would think any issues of hunger could ever exist? Unfortunately, food insecurity is hitting many homes. Luckily, the Saddleback Church Food Pantry is here to help. The food pantry offers its services to anyone that is in need of food at no cost to them.
Approximately 800 to 1,000 families will use our food pantry in a month, sometimes more, sometimes less.
About 456,000 people, 21% of Orange County's residents, are unable to buy meals or groceries on a regular basis. Of those people, 42% are children. Volunteers are crucial in helping the Saddleback Church Food Pantry accomplish its goal of serving the community. Each month, volunteers serve well over 2,000 hours stocking food, preparing items, and taking care of patrons. Food pantry volunteers have first-hand experience with the many struggles Orange County residents face.
I got started here at the food pantry due to some unforeseen financial issues. I lost my job, I went through a short sale, and I was at the end of my financial rope. So I wanted help. I knew I had maybe 4 or 5 months left to live off of my savings. And I decided instead of just taking a handout, I would rather want to volunteer and kind of more earn the food instead of just taking the food.
Jay is not the only person to start volunteering after using the pantry's services. Mark, whose family immigrated from Egypt, also felt moved to serve after they walked through the door in need.
When my mom started coming here to shop as a family, and from that time I actually started coming and volunteering here because I like volunteering with the families and the people around.
Not only do the volunteers play a crucial role for those in need, they also receive great personal benefits from the time and energy they offer.
My favorite thing about volunteering is helping the people, seeing the looks on their face when they can go home and feed their children a good meal and have food left over.
Other benefits of volunteering are seen in the strong relationships that are formed when people work together for a good cause.
And when we're with the families, we're kind of focused, but when we have little downtime, we joke, we get to know each other, we share stories, we share, tough times, good times, and, it's just, we really, we share life together.
Volunteers at the food pantry have also gained a greater perspective on life and what they have as they serve those in need.
No matter what life throws at you, there's always somebody who's going through something a lot more difficult. And I believe, again, it definitely brings a humbling sense for sure.
There are so many opportunities to offer one's time to help in the fight against hunger. Hunger is a silent invader here in picturesque Orange County. If we all pitch in, we can truly make a difference in the lives of our fellow community members. Times are tough, yet there is help. Saddleback Church Food Pantry, making a difference, one basket at a time.
Even though people continue to struggle with putting food on the table, you have the opportunity to help and volunteer at the Saddleback Church Food Pantry. To find out more information, just call 949-609-8757. They hope to hear from you. The more people, the better. Now let's turn our attention to a young man who has been playing music and deeply intrigued with this music and its art form for 9 years. I'm talking about Saddleback College student Alec Newbolz, who started writing his own songs at the young age of 13. His original work of music ranges from rock to alternative. Some of his musical influences are Tool, System of a Down, and Bad Religion. Here he is performing an electric guitar instrumental solo piece called Corporation E. It is an outstanding song, and I hope you all enjoy it. Wasn't that a great performance? I told you he was very good. Alec Newbles is currently a busy Saddleback College student, but can easily be distinguished by his McLovin look-alike appearance from the very popular movie Superbad. Furthermore, if you would like to gather more information, then feel free to reach at him at his YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/crapinc. He's a very cool guy and is willing to show you a thing or two. Our next story is about the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy in Bell Gardens, where they mold dreamers into professional wrestlers. Hold on to your seats and be prepared to be amazed by what this school teaches and how the average Joe can train to become an ultimate fighter. The school is great, and the things that you learn are outstanding for ultimate fighting.
The world of professional wrestling is an alien one to most. Many people are quick to dismiss it as fake. Not many people know the trials and tribulations, just what it takes to be a pro wrestler. Here at the Santino Bros Wrestling Academy, they show their students just that, and mold the dreamers into wrestlers. The school takes pride in ensuring that each and every one of their students is ready for the world of professional wrestling. Joey Munoz is an American pro wrestler, better known by his ring name, Chaos. He is best known for his work in XPW, CZW, Wrestling Society X, and Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Joey, Kid Chaos, started training at the age of 14.
I'm a professional wrestler of 19 years, and I own Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. It's the elite professional wrestling school taught by myself, Joey Chaos, and with my trainer, Robbie Phoenix. So we're kind of doing a little bit of everything here at Santino Brothers Wrestling.
Pro wrestling is no joke. Every student must sign a waiver of liability and code of conduct form before stepping into the ring. Ricky Ramirez is one of the students here at the Santino Bros Wrestling Academy. We managed to get some footage of his debut match. Through his love of baseball, he has developed his strikeout kid gimmick. Ricky has been training for 18 months and has now just been given the green light to have his first match.
In 2007, my best friend, my mentor, my training partner, Dynamite D, passed away from complications of cancer. And on his deathbed, he actually said to me, "You gotta keep the dream alive." It may sound cliche, but it's blood, sweat, tears, and passion. I've put myself in a position to where I eat, sleep, and breathe professional wrestling.
Where his wrestling career will take him is uncertain, but one thing is for sure, Ricky is keeping the dream alive. Pro wrestling, is it a sport, an art form, maybe a mixture of both?
Who knew that wrestling could be so exciting? If you would like more information about this amazing professional wrestling school and want to experience firsthand what it's really like to train like a pro, then visit their website at www.santinobros.net or call 323-896-3017. Well, this wraps up another edition of South Coast Focus. I hope you were moved by these stories of dedication and determination. I wish the best of luck to the people who arrive at the Saddleback Church Food Pantry and the people who volunteer. Thanks to Alec Newbles for his musical performance of his very own song, Corporation E. To the hardworking members of the Santino Bros Wrestling Academy, thank you for the opportunity to tell your amazing story. I'm your host, Joshua King. Take care, everyone, and remember, there are many opportunities to help.
Hello, and welcome to South Coast Focus. I'm your host, Marco Marzola, and I'll be walking you through our journey today. Our first stop will be at the Guitar Shop in Laguna Beach, a small guitar store that forms a major part of the local music scene. Next, we'll hear Saddleback student and guitarist Alec Newbolls play an original song just for us. Finally, we'll meet Balin Beckno, a man whose life was saved by his relationship with his dogs, not just once, but twice. It's truly an inspirational story. So without further ado, let's start our journey. Let's jump right in and head down to North Laguna Beach, where we'll take a peek inside a small guitar shop that's better known than you might think. We'll see just how much of an asset the guitar shop is to a player, whether it's for equipment, lessons, or repairs. This establishment has served musicians as legendary as Chet Atkins, Richie Sambora, and Billy Joe Armstrong. At the same time, it is a perfect place for any beginner. So sit back, relax, and see just what makes this hidden gem so special.
In the West Coast cultural epicenter of Laguna Beach, there lies a musician's paradise, a place where both the professional and the beginner are welcome, and any musical need can be met. Founded in 1972 by legendary guitar maker Kirk Sand, the Guitar Shop is a pillar of the Orange County music scene. When one enters the front door, there is always a professional guitarist waiting to offer assistance. The musicians here draw on years of actual experience to answer questions and make recommendations. The teachers have played professionally with names as big as Jennifer Lopez, and have opened for names as legendary as the Beach Boys.
We have 10 teachers, and most of them are professional musicians that do studio work and perform, and who have toured for years on the road, and all they want to do now is teach.
With all of these seasoned professionals manning the shop, you might think it's just a place for seasoned guitarists, but this could not be farther from the truth. The Guitar Shop offers an abundance of services for players of all levels. While many guitars in the shop sell for prices well into the thousands of dollars, there is also an abundance of starter guitars designed specifically for beginners. The lessons also adopt a similar versatility with regard to skill level and taste.
Man, I've taught 4-year-olds ukulele, and I've taught 65-year-olds like walking bass lines, you know what I mean, like jazz stuff. So anywhere, you know what I mean, anytime anybody's inspired, you know, I try to figure out ways to kind of figure out what music inspires them, and then, you know, get that, you know, process going to pull the music out of them, you know what I mean, so they're able to, you know, improvise and kind of have fun themselves without having to stress too hard about it, and practicing to be fun and stuff like that too. So it's, you know, all levels.
The Guitar Shop is so much more than a simple guitar store, as its professional teachers, diverse merchandise, and expert repair center will attest. Everything from guitars to amplifiers to strings and accessories are sold here. In addition, any problem with any guitar, regardless of its severity, can be addressed. The staff are artists in their craft, can remedy any musical issue you may have.
Guitar repair is huge, because guitars need constant maintenance, and most guitar players don't know how to even restring their guitar. So, but we can do anything from restringing to any kind of restoration.
For all its versatility and accommodating clientele, there is one barrier that the Guitar Shop cannot topple. One must be a player to be served here. If you want to become a part of a community that has, through creativity and expression, defined much of American culture, then the resources are at your fingertips. The Guitar Shop is the perfect place to start. For more information on the Guitar Shop and lessons, log on to theguitarshop.com or call directly at 949-497-2110.
Wow, the Guitar Shop really seems to have it all. We'd like to thank Ben Wagner for providing the music for that segment. The man is a guru for all things guitar. Be sure to look him up if you stop in. Now we will be hearing a piece written and played by our very own Saddleback student, Alec Newbolls. Alec has been playing for 9 years and was a student at the very Guitar Shop we just took a look at. Here he is with his original song, The Mass Assumption. Thanks, Alec. Wasn't that something? Be sure to check out Alec's YouTube page at youtube.com/user/crapinc. He'll have a video up there eventually. Alec has recorded that song and several others with some amazing musicians, including Gabe Rosales, as well as Jason and Josh Fries, who have been characterized as OC rock royalty. Alec describes his style as some alternative variant and names Tool, System of a Down, and Bad Religion as some of his biggest influences. Our last stop on this segment of South Coast Focus is one of inspiration and hope, a look into a young man's struggle in life and how a powerful bond between a man and his dogs inevitably saves his life. Let's take a look.
Throughout human experience, dogs have been a part of our lives in one way or another. They're our pets, our companions, an extension of our family. They even found a place, in some cases, as our physical and mental therapists. And in one special case, a young man's life has been shaped by his relationship with his dogs.
My name is Balin Becknell, and this is my story.
During his sophomore year of high school, Balin developed an unknown physical disability with his legs, nearly putting him in a wheelchair. Not knowing the cause of his disability, doctors assumed a mental illness and began Balin on psych medications. As an addition to the medications, Balin was also given a service dog, Aiko, who he immediately fell in love with and thus sparked his relation with dogs. Several years passed and his relationship with his service dog Aiko grew, and he began working at a kennel training movie set dogs. And though his relationship with dogs were increasing, his mental health was decreasing as a result from the psych medications and their side effects. After one particular family argument, Balin took a turn for the worse.
The psych meds were doing the suicidal thoughts. You know, I was actually thinking about killing myself, all that kind of stuff. I just went ahead and downed the rest of the bottle, and it was half a bottle, 60 count. That's a lot of medication. I waited an hour because after an hour it was like I had work that morning, so I was like, well, that didn't work, so I'm just going to go to work and do the kennels and just get on with my life and keep feeling horrible and all that kind of stuff.
At the kennels, Balin went about his usual business, letting multiple dogs out to train and work with. He went to let out his favorite in the bunch, Rip.
It was freezing, it was raining. This day was like one of the coldest days. I remember the dog's water buckets. You had to and break the ice on top because it was that cold.
Not realizing the medications have a delayed effect, Balin collapses at the kennels, with no one there to help him in freezing temperatures.
I remember when I woke up, my entire left arm, it felt like I didn't feel anything. It just felt like nothing. It just felt like a big hunk of meat just weighted, and it was freezing. It was like so cold. I've never felt like that before. As I was laying down, Rip, he came over and he laid on top of me. He gave me warmth. He saw me on the ground, and then he just came over and was like, I want to help you out.
After his near-death situation, Balin found a new reason to keep fighting, and thanks to the kennel dog, Rip, dedicated his life to his service dog, Aiko. He quit all the medications and used only Aiko's love to ease his pain. And in a miraculous turn of events in the next coming years, Balin's physical and mental health drastically increased. In 2011, Balin faced his next big test, with his lifelong companion Aiko was struck by a car.
And there was the moment of just agony where I saw her and I was just crying and hugging her. And had I been the person that I was when I tried to kill myself, I wouldn't have been able to last it, and I would have probably tried to kill myself again. But because I had my dog Aiko in my life, constantly being that driving force of life is worth living, I was able to live through her death.
Seeing how much Aiko impacted his life, Balin soon brought yet another dog into his life to fill Aiko's role, not as a service dog, but as a life companion.
Every day I'm saved by my dogs because I could fall to stress, I could fall to pain, to anything like that. I could make horrible choices, but just having them there to kind of keep me on track, I think that's what's most important.
What a humbling story. I think I still have goosebumps. It's amazing to think that those dogs saved Balin in both a physical and mental way. It really brings light to the idea that dogs are truly man's best friend. Many people underestimate the mental health benefits that owning a canine provides. Dogs can help aid as more than just service dogs. They also help boost self-esteem, and handling them is stress relieving. A quick fact for you viewers out there. The name Aiko, the name of Balin's original service dog, means child of love. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of South Coast Focus. We'd like to thank everyone down at the guitar shop for all of their help. Be sure to look them up for any musical need. We'd also like to thank Alec Newbles for treating us to some original music. And finally, we'd like to thank Balin for telling us his amazing story. For Saddleback College's Channel 39, I'm Marco Marzola, and we'll see you next time. There were no animals harmed in the making of this video.
Hi, and welcome to South Coast Focus. I'm your host, Jake Murata, and we are broadcasting here from Saddleback College Studios. Our show today covers a wide range of stories from our beautiful home of South Orange County. We're going to take an inside look at the Tijeras Creek Golf Club, one of the premier golf clubs in the area. Then we'll show you an exclusive performance by up-and-coming guitarist and former Saddleback student, Jeremiah Mountain. Lastly, we will give you a look at the efforts scientists and volunteers are giving to rehabilitate and rescue ocean mammals at the Pacific Marine Mammal Center in Laguna Beach. First, we are going to start with a segment about Tijeras Creek Golf Club. Whether you're a golfer or not, I'm sure you'll find this establishment has a lot to offer. Let's tee off and take a closer look and see what it's all about. I'm sure you'll really enjoy this. Take a look.
Welcome to Tijeras Creek Golf Club, located in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Tijeras Creek has been providing a local country club atmosphere to golfers and their families for 23 years. Designed by esteemed golf course architect Ted Robinson in 1990, Tijeras Creek weaves through O'Neill Regional Park and presents a breathtaking and beautiful landscape that provides the people that come here with an unforgettable experience.
I love about Tijeras Creek Golf Course is the variety of the holes, the atmosphere, the people that work here are wonderful, and it's just a great place to spend a day playing golf.
The back 9 holes of the course utilize the natural features of the canyon, providing a unique and challenging game. O'Neill Park is also a protected wildlife area, so deer and other critters can often be seen throughout the day.
This is like the best golf course in Orange County. And for a little over $100, you can become a Creek Club member, and it's like all of a sudden you have a private club. They treat you like they know you, the service is phenomenal, the golf course is always in just great condition.
The practice putting greens and driving range give golfers a place to hone their skills before hitting the course. And it's just a great place to relax and practice the game. Lessons and clinics from professionals are also available for all golfers, beginning or advanced. And the recently added Snag Golf program offers workshops for young children. It presents a fun way for the kids to get excited about golf. The cantina inside the clubhouse offers a snack bar, barbecue, and full bar and restaurant, which makes it perfect for having a drink or meal between the front and back 9s. The combination of fine golf and fine dining keep the members coming back for more. The golf shop next door houses the front desk and carries top brand name gear and everything else a golfer needs to play their best. Tijeras Creek Golf Club is one of a kind and is proud to say their golf course is one of the best in the area. It's It's a private club open to the public with something for everyone. The location and overall quality of the grounds makes Harris Creek one of the premier golf clubs in South Orange County.
Now that place looks awesome. I think I might schedule a tee time right after the show. Make sure to check out this beautiful golf club so you can see it for yourself. Harris Creek Golf Club is located at 29082 Harris Creek Road. Visit their website at harriscreek.com or call them at 949-589-9793 for more information on lessons, tee times, and other events. Now we're going to unveil a special solo performance from local rock musician and former Saddleback student Jeremiah Mountain. Hailing from Rancho Santa Margarita, he's an aspiring rock musician living in Los Angeles. And besides his new band, The Murder Guys, he plays solo shows all around SoCal. We are excited to have him in our studios for his exclusive performance of his song, I Wish You Well.
First laid eyes on you, you were sipping on your favorite drink. I asked you if you had a man, you said no. Oh, and I ain't looking, so I walked to the bar, didn't get too far when I knew that I was slipping. Can't seem to find the right words to let you know, oh, what you've been missing. Oh, I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. Oh, I wish you well. Said you ain't that impressed by the way I dress, but you said I was good looking. Asked you if you want another drink, but you didn't say what you were drinking. I said, hey baby, won't you come a little closer so you can taste what you've been missing. Can't seem to find the right words to let you know, girl, you need to listen. Oh, I wish you well. 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 So I walked to the bar but didn't get far, 'cause I knew that you were missing. Saw that lipstick on the side of your glass of the drink that you were sipping. I walked to the bar, didn't get too far, 'cause I knew that you were missing. Couldn't seem to find the right words to let you know, oh, what you've been missing. Oh, I wish you well. 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 Oh, I wish you well.
We were so glad to be able to have Jeremiah in our studio for such a great performance. He recently played at the famous Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, so be sure to check him out at some of his next performances. If you'd like to know more information about Jeremiah Mountain, upcoming shows, and live events, check out his Facebook at www.facebook.com/JeremiahMountain23, or check him out on his SoundCloud. Let's wish him the best of luck in his future. Now let's dive into the world of marine mammal rescue at the Pacific Marine Mammal Center in Laguna Beach, California. It's the only one of its kind in Orange County. And for over 4 decades, the facility has taken in injured and abandoned marine mammals with the intention of nursing them back to health. Let's see right now how things are going over there.
Welcome to the Pacific Marine Mammal Center in beautiful Laguna Beach, California. The facility is a patient care clinic, not for humans, but for marine mammals.
Our center opened in 1971 with the great efforts of John Cunningham, Jim Stoffer, and Dr. Rose Eckberg. The way it started was John and Jim, being Laguna Beach lifeguards, rescued a sea lion and nursed him back to health and found a need for stranded marine mammals.
The facility is self-funded and runs off the donations of visitors. One of the largest contributors was Bob Barker, who gave $250,000 to help rebuild the facility after flooding. The donation enhanced it to better care for its patients.
Our goals here at the Pacific Marine Mammal Center are rescue, rehabilitate, and release. We take great efforts in taking care of these mammals: elephant seals, California sea lions, fur seals, harbor seals.
Remember, if you find a stranded sea mammal, do not help or approach it. Call the Pacific Marine Mammal Center immediately and notify them of the find. PMMC will send a team to assess the sea mammal. They will then rescue the animal and take it to the facility in the case that it is injured. They may only be 7 to 8 months old upon arrival and are usually malnourished or injured. Here they will treat the animal and nurse it back to health. The patient will stay for 2 to 3 months depending on the severity of their condition. When the animal has become healthy enough, it will be released back into the wild. When we were filming this segment, the center was holding near record levels of patients. 147 marine mammals were being cared for at the facility. 14 elephant seals and 133 sea lions. That is 3 times the normal occupancy of 40. According to NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a UME or unusual mortality event has been enacted. This is when an unexpected and unusual amount of marine mammals have become stranded or have died off. This is a first since 2002. This UME primarily affects sea lions, and the cause is still being determined. Please support your local seals and sea lions during this time of crisis, and give them a second chance at life.
I want to thank all of the people involved in saving these animals over at the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, located at 20612 Laguna Canyon Road. They're open daily from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and admission is free. If you'd like to gather more information on volunteering or donating, visit their website at pacificmmc.org or call 949-494-3050. Hopefully they can continue on their mission of helping these local sea animals. Well, that's it for this edition of South Coast Focus. I want to personally thank everyone at the Terrace Creek Golf Club, as well as the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, for their hard work and dedication. Finally, another thanks to Jeremiah Mountain for his very special performance. From everyone here at Saddleback Studios, we wish you well.